Hey guys, welcome back to my backyard. Today is the first full day of spring 2024, and it's a super exciting time because pretty much everything in my yard is either growing fruits or flowers, and the plants that aren't are still pushing out some nice new growth. So stick around for a full tour and check out what's growing on in my yard. All right, so we'll start over here in front of my house. Right in front are two pineapple plants that both have a pineapple right now. There's one. There's the other. These are a little bit smaller than normal. I have a feeling that these are going to be on the smaller side when they're fully grown, unlike the other one I just picked, which was huge. And then behind there is my Loquat tree. This is about 2 years old from when I bought it in a 3-gallon pot. Planted it here about just about a year ago now. And I did just get a nice little crop, a little bit smaller than I was hoping. I still have a couple fruit. It's actually, where is it? That's actually ready to pick right now. Yeah, that came off really easily. That in my pocket. These are really nice, really sweet. Have a nice little tartness, kind of like a peach or a apricot.
Pop the whole thing. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, that is so good.
Got another one. This one's ready to pick. I picked about maybe 15 to 20. Pull that off. There we go. There's another one there, but those are about the last one, so season's pretty much done now. Hoping for some little bit of a better crop next year as the tree gets bigger. It's growing really nice, fast growing tree. Back there's my little dragon fruit cutting. Hasn't done anything yet. It's been in there for a couple months now, I think. Nothing growing, but looks like it's still alive. Let's go over the other side of the driveway. Got another pineapple plant here. This is where I just picked my 5.5 pound pineapple. And I just saw the other day, got another one coming in, little one. So these keep just multiplying. And I got some more pineapples over here. This is my original little patch. This all started from 2 pineapple tops. And again, I got one there. Got another one coming in over there. I think that's all on this side, and then I got another 2 right there. So I should have 7 pineapples this summer. All right, let's go into the backyard. Right here is where I'm planning on planting my Jaboticaba sometime soon. I'll show you that. So here in my pots, in this blue pot is my new Cherry Starfruit carambola that I just got a couple months ago from Lara Farms. Just pushed out some nice new growth. All these new leaves. I'm going to be planting that shortly where my old bananas are. I'll show you that soon. This is still my pepper experiment. Still got some peppers coming in. I grew these from seeds of store-bought peppers. Those little snacking peppers from Walmart. That's just a couple sunflowers, actually. Then here is my Jaboticaba. Doing pretty well. It's been in this pot for 2 years. I got this pushing 4 years ago, actually. I'm gonna do a whole new video on this when I plant it in the ground, but still no fruit, still no flowers. These grow slow, but still keeps pushing out new growth, new leaves all over. It's looking pretty good right now. So I'll see what happens with that. Let's go over inside the pool. These are my 3 figs. All pushing out new growth right now. These 2 smaller ones are 3 years old. The bigger one there with my feral basil plant growing. The fig tree is pushing 5 years old now. I haven't really got any figs from these smaller ones. Gotten a ton from the bigger one. See what happens. Oh my God. That is so sweet. It's way overripe. I don't know how the animals didn't get to this yet. Look at that. See if there's any figs growing on them. Yeah, there's a couple. There we go. There's a couple small figs growing. So, yeah, maybe late summer. She got some figs, and then this bigger one just dropped its leaves, but is pushing out new growth from all its tips. And this massive basil plant. Planted basil in a pot about 4 or 5 years ago, and it has kept reproducing from these seeds. See here, got a couple more basils growing from the seeds of that, and it just keeps reproducing. This is probably like generation 7 or 8 of this basil plant. So that's pretty cool. All right, I'll start around on the left side of the yard. Starting way out here is my little honey kiss mango tree. I got this about little over a year ago. I planted it in the ground last summer, and it hasn't done much up until just these past few days, where it's now finally starting to branch out with some new growth there. But other than that, it hasn't branched out yet. So that'll be a couple years until it probably flowers and sets fruit. Next to that is my Namwa bananas. It's like candy. I got a nice banana crop ready to pick soon. That's going to be my last one from this because I've been cutting down all the pups. And after that is harvested, I'm going to dig out this entire plant and actually put my starfruit back there. In front of here is my coconut cream mango. This I got last July. Coconut cream was the best mango I've ever tasted in my life. I got it from Truly Tropical Farm in Delray Beach. And then the next weekend I went back and had to get a tree because it was so delicious. It actually flowered completely over the past couple months, and it is actually holding on to a nice sized fruit right now. I don't know if it's gonna keep it until it matures. We'll see. I'm not taking it off. See what happens. Everyone says this size tree should not hold fruit, but I don't really care. I want to see what happens. Next to that is my big Alphonso Mango tree, which is in beautiful bloom right now. This is pushing 6 years old, 6 years this summer. This is the oldest tree in my yard. it is actually went through 2 blooms. The older bloom, here you can see, this is from the older one, is holding some fruit, but it got devoured by this powdery mildew that's now showing up on the new bloom. A lot of powdery mildew. I have been spraying it pretty much every few days with sulfur, trying to stop the mildew. Got a lot of it. It's been a bad year for all mango trees in Florida with powdery mildew, but it is still holding on to some of the initial bloom fruit, and I am hoping these new blooms will hold on to more fruit. As it gets hotter, the powdery mildew starts to get controlled by the hotter weather, but tons of flowers up on top there. So still am hoping for a good crop. I got about 70 last year. With far fewer flowers, so if I could get around the same, that'll be awesome. Got a whole lot of fruit on that panicle. Got some more up there. So it still seems to hold fruit through the mildew because that one has a lot. Yeah. Here in front of the mango tree, this is my newest tree that I've planted. This is the Sugar Bell Mandarin, the citrus that is supposedly resistant to citrus greening disease. It just put out some new growth, which is a good sign. That's new. Then there was some little bit of new growth coming out on that branch. So good sign that it's pushing out some growth. See what happens. I have high hopes for that. Next to that is my Makok Sapodilla. This is pushing, 3 years old now. It's growing slow, but it just put out this great new flush of leaves. Looking really nice. And with this flush of leaves, almost every branch is actually has flower buds. That one has, come on, that one has the most right there. The biggest, really, because they all have flower buds coming out. So maybe we'll get some fruit in a little bit. Looking nice. Next to that is my Pickering Mango. Man, this thing's a beast. This is 2 years old from a 3-gallon pot. Look at all these fruit. Now, a lot of them are turning yellow and ready to fall off. You can see all the fruit that's already fallen off. But I'm thinking it'll probably hold 1 mango per branch. So I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 mangoes from a 2-year-old tree. It's awesome. This also bloomed twice. Obviously, the ones with good-sized mangoes bloomed earlier. And then there's these flowers that will still, I'm assuming, will make some mangoes. There's some mangoes coming in on the newer flowers. I wish I could have planted this tree earlier. Pickering is awesome. What a great tree. Look at that. Or to that one. And when my Pickering gets to 6 years old like that, I'm expecting hundreds and hundreds of mangoes every year. Next is the Mamey Sapote. This is a pace variety. This is also about 3 years old. It's growing pretty slow. It is pushing out some new leaves. One of the signs I do like right now is it did not drop its old leaves before it started pushing out the new leaves, which it has done before. Normally it drops all its leaves and then pushes out a new flush. So So the fact that it's holding on to its old leaves kind of makes me think that it's in a healthier state. It has been flowering for quite a while. It has not held on to any fruit yet, but there is some fruit growing. Tiny, tiny, tiny. So we'll see what happens with these. That's some more. That branch. Mamey Sapotes are pretty big, so it will probably weigh down these thin branches if it grows like on this size. So we'll see what happens. But pretty healthy looking tree. Next to that is my Silas wood sapodilla. This is about 3 years old, and this thing is a powerhouse of a tree. Full of fruit. You got fruit almost ready to pick all over. It did just put out a new flush of leaves also. And then there's also this set of fruit that is maybe a month old. Look at that one. So I'll have more fruit a few months after these big ones, and then probably even more from these flowers that haven't even opened yet. So this tree always has fruit on it, which is so awesome, and these are so delicious.
So sweet.
Small little tree. Silas wood is a dwarf. Shouldn't get too big. And it'll keep producing tons and tons of delicious fruit. Awesome. Next to that is my Soursop. This is 2 years old. Got this the same day I got the Loquat up front. It's looking good. It lost all its leaves in the winter and then has grown these all back. Leaves look nice. It has flowered. It has not held on to fruit. I do have the beginnings of a fruit right there. Not sure if it's going to hold on to it. So, see what happens. Soursop is supposed to be kind of a shy producer. They say you could only get like 10 fruit a year, but they're delicious and big. So we'll see what happens with that. Still looking good. Back in the corner is my Jamaican Cherry, and Muntingia calabura, which is growing crazy fast. I've already pruned it a bunch of times. And look at all these flowers. Call it the strawberry tree, because these look like strawberry flowers. Tons and tons of flowers everywhere. We got some fruit. Let's go down and see if there's any ripe fruit. I did just pick one the other day. I don't see any that are ripe. There's lots of green ones. Lots kind of hang down with the leaves, so they're kind of hard to spot. But this is a yellow. They're looking for any yellow fruit. I don't see any. But you can see I have pruned it a bunch of times. This thing grows fast. It's kind of nice how in back it's growing up against the hedges. Up here it's growing out. I got this in February 2022, so it's only a little bit over 2 years old. Man, it's grown fast. That is crazy. It's huge. Really nice cotton candy tasting fruit. This is the yellow variety. Pretty much just sweet. So sweet. And next to that is my jackfruit tree. This is a golden nugget. It's supposed to be a dwarf. It's probably 11, 12 feet tall right now. Still has not flowered, waiting for that flower. I got this in December 2020, so it's a little over 3 years old. just keeps growing. No flowers. One of these days. Next to that is my coconut palm. This is grown from a fresh coconut that I planted December 2019, 3.5 years old. It's grown slow, but slow and steady. Looking pretty healthy. It's kind of putting together a nice little trunk from the original coconut back there. Kind of cool to watch. And my last thing to show is my new Namwa bananas that I planted from a pup from my other one across the yard. And this will be my new banana patch after I cut down the old ones and plant the carambola starfruit. And that's my yard. Everything is growing really nice right now. Really happy with how things are looking. This summer should be a great time to be picking fruit, especially the mangoes. Got some bananas ready soon. Sapodillas, got pineapples. My Jamaican cherries will be all ripening. Lots and lots of fruit to pick. Good times, good times. All right, so thanks for watching. I'll do another full video tour on the first day of summer. All right.